Students, welcome to the class. So in this class we are going to study about acceleration. In the chapter motion we have studied about distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and now we are coming to learn about acceleration, which is very important topic. Okay children, in the last video I have very clearly explained about uniform motion and non-uniform motion. The main idea behind explaining it very slowly and clearly is to understand the concept of acceleration. Okay, so let us start the discussion, children. So we have studied that is in the motion topic motion we have studied about distance, displacement, we have studied about speed, velocity, and now we are going to study about acceleration. And now we are going to study about this acceleration, children. And previously we have seen that motion, in the last class we have studied that we are having uniform motion. Just me revise, children, quickly. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. And what was the condition? When do we say the body is undergoing uniform motion? When velocity is constant. Velocity is constant. And here velocity changes. Velocity changes. Okay, this is very important. When velocity is constant, we said the body is undergoing uniform motion, and velocity changes, we say the body is going with non-uniform motion. And what are the conditions to say that velocity is constant, children? Let us see that. Conditions to say velocity is constant. Velocity is constant. When do you say velocity is constant? The first point, the direction of motion is constant. Direction of motion is constant. That is, we can say the body is moving in straight line. Moving in straight line. And secondly, speed of the body is constant. Speed of body is constant. When these two conditions are satisfied, we say that velocity is constant. And velocity is constant, we say the body is moving with uniform motion. Now, let me write conditions for change in velocity. When do you say that velocity changes? These are the important things which you have to keep in mind. Okay, first is the direction of motion changes with speed constant. Speed is constant, but direction of motion is changing. Then we say that the velocity is changing. Secondly, speed changes with direction of motion constant. Okay, and thirdly, both direction of motion and speed of body changes. In the last video we have seen, children, that is about the uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Very clearly activity wise we have seen, where we can understand what is the meaning of that direction of motion and speed. Okay, I hope you are able to follow. Right, so motion is classified into uniform motion, non-uniform motion. Uniform motion is a motion where the velocity is changing, velocity is constant, and non-uniform motion, velocity is changing. Okay, and what are the conditions to say that velocity is constant? Direction of motion is constant and speed of the body is constant. And when what are the conditions to say that when you can say that the velocity is changing? Either of this case, when the direction of motion changes, which speed is constant. Even though speed is constant, if direction of motion changes, we say that velocity is changing. And if speed changes and direction of motion is constant, then we say that the velocity is changing. And when both direction of motion and speed changes, then we say that there is change in velocity. Okay, and when there is change in velocity, we say that the body is moving with non-uniform motion. Now, coming to our topic, acceleration. Acceleration is produced in case of non-uniform motion. Acceleration is not produced in uniform motion. So, acceleration is a term linked with non-uniform motion. Okay, so let us try to understand acceleration. So, acceleration is produced in non-uniform motion. Okay, it is produced in non-uniform motion. Now we'll try to understand acceleration. I will take example. Before I define acceleration, let me take example and let us try to understand. Let me say that this is a road and there is a bus which is moving, and let me say this is at rest. The bus is at rest, and let me say time is 0, that is the time starts from now. Okay, and let me say that the vehicle has come here and t is equal to 10 seconds. That is, after 10 seconds, the velocity of the body is, let me say that it is, let me say 20 meter per second. The velocity of the body is changing. Okay, the body is at rest. What does it mean? The velocity is 0 in the beginning. After 10 seconds, the velocity of the body has become 20 meter per second. So here it is very clear that the velocity is changing from 0 to 20. Okay, right. Now at time, at t is equal to 0, the body is at rest. What does it mean? The velocity is 0. Okay, so when t is equal to 0, this velocity you are calling as initial velocity, and after some time, that is after 10 seconds, the velocity we call it as final velocity. So we have initial velocity and final velocity. Initial velocity is represented with letter u and final velocity is represented with letter v. Okay, so at time t is equal to 0, initial velocity is equal to u, and that is equal to 0. Okay, now at time t is equal to 10 seconds, final velocity is equal to v, and what is that? 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second. Okay, now it is very clear that velocity has changed from 0 to 20. Okay, so I'll write change of velocity. So change of velocity. How do you write change of velocity? V minus u. So v minus u, that is 20 minus 0. So you are getting 20 meter per second. That is a change of velocity. Now, what is the duration of time? 10 seconds. Okay, so for 10 seconds change of velocity is equal to 20 meter per second. As a result of after 10 seconds, how much is the change of velocity? 20 meter per second. What I want is, I want for 1 second how much velocity is changed. Okay, so for 1 second, change of velocity, what is that you are going to do here mathematically? Change of velocity for 10 seconds is 20. I am asking for 1 second, so it's very clear by 20 by 10. So what is this? 20 is a change of velocity. Okay, so you can say 20 by 10. Okay, how much you are getting? 20 by 10 is equal to, you are getting 2 meter per second. Okay, so I will be getting here 2 meter per second square you get. We'll discuss about that later. Okay, so change of velocity for 1 second, the change of velocity is 20 by 10, that we can say 2 meter per second square. Now, what is the meaning of this? So let us very clearly try to understand here. That is, t is equal to 0. Okay, after 1 second, let me say, when the body has come here, that is t is equal to 1 second. 1 second has passed. For 1 second, what is the change of velocity? 2 meter per second square. Okay, so here let me say it is increased by 2 meter per second. Now, after one more second, that is t is equal to 2 seconds. 1 more second has passed. Now, what is the velocity here? Again, already it has 2. 2 plus again 2. So it's 4 meter per second. 4 meter. That is, the velocity is increasing every second by 2 meter per second. Okay. So what is this you have calculated? You have calculated the change of velocity for 1 second. And this change of velocity, for what you calculate for 1 second, that is what we call as acceleration. Okay. So this for 1 second change of velocity we call as rate of change of velocity. So I write here rate of change of velocity. Okay. How much is the rate of change of velocity? The same thing. For 1 second change of velocity is what we call as rate of change of velocity. That is 2 meter per second square. And that is what we call as acceleration. Okay, children. So now let us try to define acceleration. Definition of acceleration is very simple. Okay, but understanding, okay, that is very important. So how do you define acceleration? Okay, the definition is acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. I hope you understood now what is rate of change of velocity. Why? Because here we have seen change of velocity for 1 second. That is what we call rate of change of velocity. So therefore acceleration is equal to rate of change of velocity. And what do you mean by rate of change of velocity? What was the formula, children? V minus u by t. So that is A. We represent acceleration as A, and A is equal to V minus u by t. Okay, rate of change of velocity. That is for 1 second, how much velocity is changed. That is what we call as acceleration. Okay, right. Now let us see the units. CGS units. So I just want you to remember this always. Okay, so CGS and SI. So for distance, the CGS unit was centimeter and SI unit is meter, and for displacement the CGS unit is again centimeter and SI unit is meter. Both have same units, distance and displacement. Next is speed. Unit of speed in CGS, centimeter per second, and here meter per second. And what about velocity? Same, centimeter per second and meter per second. These are the things which you must know. Okay, now coming to CGS unit, let us see. A is equal to V minus U by T. So look at the numerator. In the numerator, we have seen this is the change of speed. The change of, you can say the change of velocity, as it is going in a straight line. Okay, we are talking in terms of velocity only. So V minus U is change of velocity. So change of velocity will have units of velocity. So centimeter per second divided by time, again it's second. So centimeter per second, the second is coming to denominator, and already what you have, second. So centimeter per second square. So this also can be written as centimeter per second square. Coming to unit of velocity is centimeter per second and acceleration is centimeter per second square. So you have to remember that. Okay, now SI unit. A is equal to V minus U by T. So SI unit of velocity, meter per second by second. So this is meter per second into second, that is meter by second square, that you can write as meter per second square. So what is the CGS unit of acceleration? Centimeter per second square. What is SI unit? It is meter per second square. Okay. Now, what is this acceleration? Is it scalar or vector? This is very important. We have seen that velocity is a vector, okay, and the change of velocity by time. So this is also a vector quantity. Therefore, the acceleration is a vector quantity. Acceleration is vector quantity. It has magnitude and direction. So what is on what basis the direction of acceleration depends? The acceleration direction depends on the direction of change of velocity. Direction of acceleration depends on direction of change of velocity. We are going to discuss about this. What is the meaning of this direction of velocity changes? We are going to see this in the next topic. So we are going to see this now. Okay. Now let us see about the different types of acceleration. Acceleration, we have two types. Positive acceleration. Positive acceleration is also simply called acceleration. And negative acceleration. Negative acceleration is also called as retardation. and it is also called as deceleration. Is called as a deceleration. Okay. Now let us see positive acceleration. Positive acceleration. So let us see one example. Okay. So there is a vehicle here. Okay. And let me say that it is moving with 2 meter per second velocity. The velocity is 2 meter per second. Okay. After 10 seconds, the velocity became 12 meter per second. The velocity became 12 meter per second. So what is happening to this velocity? The velocity is increasing. The velocity is increasing. So positive acceleration, the body is said to have positive acceleration when the velocity of the body increases. Okay. So when velocity of body increases, this is important. Whether the velocity is increasing or decreasing, depending on that we say it's a positive acceleration and negative acceleration. So when the velocity of the body increases, then we say the body is having positive acceleration. Positive acceleration. Let us calculate what is acceleration. A is equal to V minus U by T. What is final velocity? 12. What is initial velocity? 2. What is the duration of time? 10. So 10 meter per second by 10 seconds. Okay, so you are getting 1 meter per second square. You are getting 1 meter per second square. So here, this is what we call as a positive acceleration. Now, the change of velocity. See, one thing you have to remember, children, the body is moving in this direction. This is the direction of motion. And the velocity is increasing. So we say here the change of velocity is along the direction of motion, and the direction of acceleration here is along the direction of motion. So in case of positive acceleration, if you want to know the direction of acceleration, it is along the direction of motion. Okay, so the acceleration direction is like this, along the direction of motion. Why? Because the velocity is increasing, then we say that velocity, the change of velocity direction is along the direction of motion. Okay, now we will go for the negative acceleration. Now coming to the negative acceleration. Okay, exactly the same case we can take, but the opposite direction. Let us say this is 12 meter per second. Already the body is moving with 12 meter per second, and the velocity of the body, it has come here, and it is 2 meter per second. Just exactly opposite I have taken, and the time is 10 seconds. The time is 10 seconds. So looking at it, what do you understand? The velocity is decreased. The velocity is decreased. Okay. So in this case, we say that the body is having negative acceleration. So if velocity of a body decreases, then we say that the body is having negative acceleration. Negative acceleration. Okay, so let us calculate. So what is A is equal to V minus U by T. Okay, so U is 12 and V is 2. So V minus U. So 2 minus 12. Not the smaller value, don't take always from the bigger value. Okay, now V is 2 here. So 2 minus 12 by 10. Okay. So here you are getting minus 10 by 10. So you are getting here minus 1 meter per second square. See. Therefore, acceleration is minus 1 meter per second square. See. Negative acceleration. Right. And negative acceleration is also called as what, children? Retardation. Retardation or deceleration. Now, like this question, sometimes they specially ask what is retardation. So, retardation, don't take it minus 1 meter per second square. So, please see here. Retardation is equal to negative acceleration. Negative acceleration. Okay. So, negative minus, what is acceleration? Again minus. Okay. So, what is it you are getting? You are getting plus 1 meter per second square. Essentially, whenever the velocity decreases, we say that the body is moving with negative acceleration. And the value of acceleration will be in terms of negative, minus. Okay. But if especially they ask retardation is actually negative acceleration. Okay. But if they ask the value of retardation, you have to calculate like this. Retardation is negative acceleration. Okay. So this negative is this negative symbol. And what is acceleration which you got here? Minus 1. So minus of minus, it's plus 1 meter per second square. So in this cases, retardation always it will be positive only. But what is the meaning of that is the velocity is decreasing by 1 meter per second for every second. Okay. So previously we have seen positive acceleration. Okay. In case of positive acceleration, we are getting the acceleration value in terms of positive. Okay. So the velocity is increasing. Okay. The velocity is increasing. In the last case, what was acceleration? Positive acceleration, it was plus 2 meter per second, plus 1 meter per second square, plus 1 meter per second square. What is the meaning of that? Acceleration is increasing for every 1 second. Acceleration is increasing, but how much? 1 meter per second. The velocity of the body is increasing 1 meter per second for every second. That is what we call as 1 meter per second square acceleration. And what is the acceleration here? Minus 1 meter per second square. What is the meaning of this? For every 1 second, the velocity decreases by 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second. So that is the meaning of this positive acceleration and negative acceleration. So positive, it means velocity is increasing by this value. And negative, it means that velocity is decreasing. Okay. Okay, children. Now we will see two examples for the positive acceleration and negative acceleration. Okay. Now, positive acceleration, negative acceleration. The best examples for the positive acceleration is, that is, when the velocity of the body increases. Generally, when you look at a train leaving a railway station, its velocity goes on increasing. Okay, so a train leaving a railway station, and this example, a train entering the railway station. So while entering, what happened? The velocity of the body decreases. Okay, so train entering railway station. Okay, and second, if you consider a stone, and as you throw upwards, as the stone is thrown upwards, we can see that the velocity will decrease. Okay, and as the stone goes up, the velocity will become 0, and as again the stone falls, its velocity will increase. Okay, so you can say here, that is, a stone vertically thrown upwards comes under the negative acceleration. A stone vertically thrown upwards, negative acceleration, and a freely falling body, any body which is falling freely. So in that case, what happens? The velocity of the body goes on increasing, and we call that as a positive acceleration. Okay, right. Now we are going to see two more types of acceleration, that is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. It's very, very important. Let me see uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Okay, right. Now let me consider the uniform acceleration here, and let me, the non-uniform we'll see here. Okay, so we have seen that for the positive acceleration, the velocity of the body increases, and for the negative acceleration, the velocity of the body will decrease. Whether it decreases or increases, if the change of velocity is having equal values in equal intervals of time, then we say that the body is moving with uniform acceleration. Let me write an example here. That is the body is traveling like this, 2 meter per second, initially 2 meter per second. Let me say t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 1 second. That is, after 1 second it got 4 meter per second. So what is the change of velocity? The change of velocity is 2 meter per second square. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Now after 2 seconds, here 6 meter per second. Here, how much is acceleration here, children? V minus u by t. Again you are getting here 2 meter per second square. Acceleration is same. Again 3 seconds. Okay, 8 meter per second. How much is the change of velocity? 2 meter per second. So here also acceleration is 2 meter per second. Okay, so here this is, we say that it is moving with uniform acceleration. Not only this, the opposite case if you take also, let me say t is equal to 0, suppose it is 8 meter per second, and again t is equal to 1 second, so that is 6 meter per second. T is equal to 2 seconds. Here it is 4 meter per second. So what is acceleration here? V minus u by t, minus 2 meter per second square. And what is acceleration here? Minus 2 meter per second square. See children, here we are getting positive acceleration, here we are getting negative acceleration, but the change of that velocity is constant. Okay, so then we say that the body is moving with a uniform acceleration. Okay, now how do you define that? Body is said to have uniform acceleration if change of velocity is having equal values in equal intervals of time. Okay, the body is said to have uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration if the change of velocity is having equal values in equal intervals of time. What is the change of acceleration here? 2 meter per second. Okay, so the acceleration is constant. Here also acceleration is decreasing, but it is constant. So therefore here we call that as uniform acceleration. Okay, when you look at a freely falling body, this comes under uniform acceleration, and this also comes under uniform acceleration. Okay children, now finally coming to non-uniform acceleration. So already I have written for uniform acceleration. Now the body is said to have non-uniform acceleration if the change of velocity is having different values, or you can say unequal values in equal intervals of time. Okay children, so where the difference comes is here, unequal, and here equal intervals of time. Body is said to have non-uniform acceleration if change of velocity is having unequal values in equal intervals of time. Let me give an example children here. Right. Now, the vehicle is moving, let me say here 2 meter per second for t is equal to 0 seconds, exactly like this, and when t is equal to 1 second, it has got 4 meter per second, same. Now, so here what is acceleration? Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Okay. Now when t is equal to 2 seconds, okay, so it is 8 meter per second. See, now what is acceleration here? 8 minus 4, okay, 4 by 1, 4 meter per second square, 4 meter per second square. And again here it may be 10 meter per second. Okay, so here what do you call this? Here acceleration is again 2 meter per second square. See children, here the values are changing, unequal values. Okay, here 8, 2, here 4, again here 2, it may be 3, it may be 5, whatever it is. But here the acceleration is same. Acceleration is maintained constant. That we call uniform acceleration. And here we are seeing that acceleration is changing. Acceleration is not uniform. What do you mean by acceleration is not uniform? The change of velocity is not same. Okay, so that is the difference. And in case of positive acceleration, in case of negative acceleration, one thing I want to say regarding positive acceleration, the direction of acceleration will be along the direction of motion. In case of negative acceleration, its direction will be opposite to the direction of motion. Okay, if the body is moving in this direction, the direction of acceleration will be opposite. Okay, so that is the direction in case of negative acceleration.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.